First of all, one of juniors, Maxim Kravchenko, was the first who solved the problem A. No one from the main contestant group solved this problem, and he was the first. We think that Maxim and some another people from junior group will be there in Russian team in IOI this year. So if the best Russian high school students gather in Yandex algorithm.
Are all four IOI team delegation members here today?
We don't know the Russian team because the selection will be in May.
Will the Yandex Cup be counted as one of the selection contests?
Maybe one additional person will be in the team, but another one are there.
Yeah, the actual selection will take place in May, and what we have here is Vladislav Zhiganov. He's already a gold medalist from IOI last year, yes. And we also see main candidates here actually, Sergei Mukhanov and Maxim Kravchenko, and maybe Matvey Makarov and Vladimir Zvezdin. They're all
in the top
of the short list, actually. Maybe some other students also. This is not finalized yet, and we also have Russian National Olympiad ahead. So the team will be selected in May. But yes, these are most probable candidates are here. All of them.
Are they all on their graduation year? Are they all in 11th grade?
No, some of them are in the 10th grade. Maxim is
10th grade. Okay.
Do you feel it is more important for performance, or it correlates better with performance, if you're older or just if you have more years of competitive programming experience?
How many years he compete in algorithm?
What we actually see is that mostly students from the 11th grade qualify for IOI, but we have exceptions like Igor Lifar, I think, from the 7th grade.
Yes.
He was participating starting from the 2nd grade, 7th grade, and
Gimran Abdulin from 9th
grade. Yes,
speaking of Gimran, we actually have him here. As I've already mentioned, the reason I'm always rooting for Gimran. If you ever have a chance to meet him, absolutely just talk to him, say Lydia says hi, and he will absolutely be in Gimran's fan club instantly. Not just because of his incredible performance, and he's been to IOI multiple times, and he advanced to algorithm track finals, which is not an easy thing whatsoever. But also, he is such an incredibly warm and approachable person, and knows so many wonderful people that it will definitely come in handy. So, Gimran, that's for you when you finish with the contest.
But what we see here is that Gimran is actually under most of our high school students.
Priorities. You know, that's what happens when you get into university and real life just catches up with you. I'm sure plenty of the people in the top of the scoreboard can relate, because I think it is also a quite interesting perspective. We do not really have many university students among our finalists. Well, not many, but very much not all of the main track finalists are university students. A significant amount of them are actually a very seasoned competitors. They have been competing in ICPC World Finals 5 to 10 years ago, and are still continuing their, senior competitive programming career.
Well, yes, but we see Maxim Turyevsky, who is the last year world champion.
Just recently retired.
Yeah, and we see Fedor Romashov, who is also world champion from 2 years ago. Yeah. So there
hopefully also from
and he's a student now.
Yes, and he's still a student, so he can probably qualify this year again. But yes, I think many of the competitors are have actually graduated quite a while ago. Like, I don't know.
I think one of the reasons is there are a few contests for everyone in the world, so it's a good way to compete.
Do you think it is a pattern? It feels like 10 years ago when we were looking at on-site, in-person programming competitions, like Top Coder Open or Google Code Jam, most of the contestants, I feel like, would be current university students, so during their competitive programming ICPC careers. And now it feels like it became more popular to do programming competitions when you graduate?
Well, what I feel is that it is that generation exactly that was participating in Top Coder, in Facebook Hacker Cup, and other competitions. Those years, Google Code, they got so much fun from doing so that they decided to stay. And the next generation, looking at them maybe, also decided to stay in the competitions. And that is why there are so many, as we call them, retired contestants, which are, of course, not actually retired, but just from the ICPC World Finals.
Yep. We're now looking at the screen of Maxim Terevsky. We had a screen and webcam of Fedor Romashov just a few minutes ago. And, I mean, they're actively typing, so the work is still in progress. And I hope this means that they're enjoying this, that they would be with us for many more years to come.
Well, as we have just learned from our judges, the problems are really challenging this year. So even world champions and gold medalists from IOI have still to work on the problems. So we see Kevin's son is probably leading the whole time, yeah?
I think at the very beginning,
at the very beginning
we had some development, and Yui did extremely strong stint up to 1 hour mark, but then Kevin caught up.
Kevin, yes.
It's also pretty exciting to see a lot of international contestants here from the US, Japan, but it feels like we're missing the strongest contestants from China, for example, where we also know that the tradition of programming competitions is incredibly strong.
Yes, and that is the question, actually, maybe. I don't know. You know, China is very close from the outside. So was it really possible to participate in China? I don't know if, Yandex contest, is it really accessible from China? So, although Google, Facebook are not accessible from China, but there were a few contestants from China at Google and Facebook competitions. So probably just a lack of information, maybe.
Yes.
In the Chinese Programming Contest Society. Yeah.
One of the coolest things that we see here is we see a huge number of Japanese contestants as well. Yeah. And we know that this is thanks to the incredibly tightly knit community where everyone knows each other, and
yes,
they are so always helpful to make sure that nobody forgets that you need to do the qualification, specifically for this season where actually performing good at qualification stage was so important. And this goes in line with how other competitions, including IOI and other outreach contests, are built. We're trying to make sure that there are more stages so that contestants that are just trying their hand with competitive programming, that are just beginning, have something to try.
It's questions to organizers, not to us.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's also just the best practices that you know that works in the world, because this is also how your middle school competitions are built. They are so welcoming to larger number of contestants, and even those who have not ever tried programming competitions before, because someone has to be first.
Next year, I will be more advertise this competition among Russian high school students.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that for high school students, they absolutely can advance to the final stage through the main track as well. Oh,
well, I wonder, because there are only high school students from Russia in the high school track.
Yes,
was it limited just to Russian students?
Yes, currently it is.
Oh, yes, it was. So I see. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that some students, actually, who were quite good in competitive programming, chose other tracks, not algorithm track, like backend track. We see some IOI medalists as well. Peter Losif, I think, there in
correct.
backend track.
And I think Jakov Dlugac is also. Speaking of the retired contestants.
Like maybe we can see the backend score.
No, different tracks unfortunately would not have our
board. No?
our screens at least that handy. But definitely a lot of familiar names through all of the tracks,
Not even
which is
the
exciting.
scoreboard, no? Okay.
We'll try to bring it up in a minute.
Sure, great. Meanwhile, the other interesting thing about the competition is that, as far as I understand, that the competitors cannot use AI assistance during the competition.
Are you sure?
Depending on a track, but in algorithm track, they indeed are not allowed to
Not
use
allowed,
AI.
but are we sure that no one uses?
The question
all
about
of the screens are proctored, so yes, we are.
The question about the qualification round, because it's quite a problem now for many competitions with online qualification rounds that some contestants choose to use large language models for solving problems without even thinking about them. And what about Yandex algorithm? Again, here the proctoring of the qualification round, or what?
Yes, the qualification round was proctored, which is clearly a huge additional technical difficulty and organizational difficulty for everyone on both sides, and for contestants and for organizers. And so I think the whole competitive programming community is basically looking for a way to solve the challenge of making sure that contestants implemented all the solutions manually without AI assistance, while still keeping the competition accessible. So inviting our contestants to participate from their home personal computers from anywhere in the world. Quite a difficult challenge, which I would like to invite everyone who watches our broadcast now to join in. If you have any cool ideas, please reach out, and we would be happy to join you into our research and development efforts in that direction.
Yeah, what would be funny, I think, is that with the current stage of AI development, probably AI could review proctoring.
That's exactly
videos.
what we do at all kinds of contests, both reviewing proctoring videos and trying to detect AI assistance in the code.
I mean AI could make a review.
Yeah. Both were absolutely used, and it is a fun, the defense versus offense co-evolution, where we just see that both sides are getting so much more advanced every year.
I think maybe 2 years later, we have no new contestants who can program without AI assistance. It will be the new problem for such kind of competition.
It is quite probable. It is quite probable. And now for the last update of this segment, let's look at the scoreboard for a few seconds because we have a few wonderful updates. We were talking about Fedor Ramashov and his incredible competitive programming career, and he actually went up to the 5th place, and he is now a part of the group with 50 points scored. So he will have to focus on problem E. We think about that. And then I think we also had improvements with our junior group. And I think Sergey is currently, Sergey also went up and is currently at 30 points, which is a great result to have as well. We also will not see any more verdicts of system test. Here on the bottom right, you see that the place that usually shows if the score changed is now completely empty, which means that the scoreboard is frozen, and we will only learn the results after the contestants, which will make it so much more exciting. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you. I hope that this also motivates everyone to either advance to Yandex Cup finals or propose problems, because it is just such a wonderful community to be part of. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.